Welcome to the fourth episode of the second season of The Lives Of. I'm your host, Audrey Creighton, and I'm so thrilled to share that for my fourth interview, I've chosen one of the most enthusiastic and exciting people I know, Dustin Wailes. Dustin works as an anesthesiologist in California. During our interview, I learned so much more about Dustin. I learned about what he's passionate about, his family, and so much more. Dustin inspires me to be a supportive and enthusiastic person. I'm so grateful to know him, and I'm so thankful that he's a part of this project. I can't wait to get started, and as always, thank you so much for watching.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing great.
That's good.
Thank you so much for interviewing me. I'm very honored.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Are you ready to get started?
Let's do it. So I had a wonderful childhood, but I'm very biased. I grew up the oldest of three children. I've got two younger sisters, 4 years and then 5 years younger than myself. Grew up in San Diego and just had a lot of fun. Grew up next to the beach, so there's lots of outdoor activities, lots of sports. It was very fun. The age difference made it a little different. Being 4 years apart from my next youngest sister, I was always one full step of schooling older than her.
Yeah.
So I got kind of an older big brother experience versus kind of a playmate experience. But luckily, that as we get older, that all kind of changes. You know, once I got into college and she's both of them kind of got into old high school, then it all kind of evens out, and now we're all just buddies.
Yeah, that's nice.
So I always wanted to be a doctor. Both my mom was a geriatric psychiatrist, and my dad was a anesthesiologist that specialized in pain medicine, and they both loved their jobs. So I thought it was so cool. And I always loved science. I remember like biology in particular, catching bugs, you know, classic little boy type stuff. Lifting up rocks, catching bugs, reading about plants, animals, and just, you know, space. Loved science. So that was always kind of my aim. And that just got solidified as I kind of went through more schooling and still love science. I got into college and I became an EMT for our campus ambulance service. And again, kind of solidified that I really like the healthcare field, taking care of people. So I just kind of kept going. Yeah. So the biggest thing when wanted to become like a doctor is getting into med school, right? I was a good high school student, but didn't go crazy. It wasn't until college that I really kind of focused down, did all the things, all the hoops that you need to jump through in order to get into med school. Once I got into med school, originally I was thinking about becoming an orthopedic surgeon, was kind of at the top of my list.
Wow.
And I realized that while I do love surgery, I love, you know, working with my hands, I liked being in the operating room more and getting to see all the different operations instead of just doing one. And that's what got me interested in anesthesia. And then from there, from medical school, you apply into anesthesia and you get matched into a residency program, and got matched and kind of continued on.
Yeah.
Oh, there's lots of great things about California. It doesn't have the Creighton, so that's a bummer. But I'd say, and what I really like about Southern California, it's kind of a combination of, you can get world-class city life down in downtown San Diego, or driving up into LA, being coupled with small beach town vibes that where we live in our town of Carlsbad and Oceanside right on the water can give, coupled with the varied geography that California has. So I've actually gone and surfed in the morning, then driven up to the mountains and skied in the afternoon.
Whoa.
And that's, it's kind of a classic Southern California thing to do. We've got a ski resort called Big Bear that we can do. But so that's 2 hours away. The desert of Palm Springs is 2 hours away. And then, Pine Forest, like I said, 2 hours away. The border of Mexico is an hour away. So the variability is very cool. So you can kind of do anything you want to. Coupled with our very moderate climate, it allows for kind of year-round activities. So my other big favorite things about California, especially though, is coming. I think we're a very progressive state. We really prioritize caring about the individual, whether you're documented, undocumented, what your sexual orientation is, race, religion. I really like that about California.
Yeah.
Yes. So some of my favorite things, that especially around the summer when the ocean starts to warm up, is just being at the beach. In particular, I love fishing off the beach. It's called surf fishing, and it involves just standing on the beach and you throw your line out. And it's a great way to relax at the beach and have fun while also kind of fishing at the same time, because you could put your pole down and just wait to catch fish, stingrays, sharks. So it's very kind of exciting in that manner.
Wow.
Love going to the mountains, hiking, traveling around. Also big taco aficionado. So Mexican food's very important in San Diego. But since starting my job, which is only 7 miles away, my hospital is only 7 miles away from the border with Tijuana, some of my coworkers and I have taken to trying to travel around the area in Tijuana and on the border town on this side called Chula Vista, and trying out to find the best local like taqueria and stuff, which has been really fun and really delicious.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah, no, it's been fun. After work, we can pop over just for the evening. We drive across the border, or we walk across the border, drive to the border, walk across, walk back, and just kind of like going out to eat for dinner. Absolutely. I've been married to my wonderful wife, Julie, for 7 years. And we have a little boy who's going to be turning 3 years old named Matthew here at the end of the month. And kind of like doing everything under the sun. Certainly everything I listed besides the trips into Mexico for tacos or something that I love to spend time with. We go to the beach as much as we can. Definitely. We love Matthew's at a really fun age right now where he's starting to learn sports. So we love going to the park and playing baseball, soccer, kind of catch anything we can with him. And have started going to a lot more of our local Padres, the baseball team. We really enjoy kind of going to those games and having a good time. He loves to go get the popcorn and see the sights. Some other good stuff we have around. We're about 1.5 miles away from Legoland. So we got season passes there.
Wow.
So we will just pop over for like an hour and a half and just go let him kind of play and stuff like that. So that's been a really fun thing to do with the families.
Yeah. Whenever we go and visit you guys again, we're going to have to go to Legoland together because I don't think we've ever been there.
Definitely.
But it sounds cool.
It's really fun. And it's nice. It's definitely structured for the younger crowd, but it has enough things to kind of keep adults entertained as well.
Yeah.
Oakwood, of course. It's up there. But I do of course, love San Diego, but some of my favorite places, I was having to think hard about this one. I love Europe. I love Italy. So every time, most of the time I've gone to Italy, at least we start out with a day or two in Rome. And getting to walk around Rome and the food and the history is incredible. Europe as a whole, going over there and the ability to get from one big city, from Paris to Vienna to Berlin, and get all these different cultures mixed with all the amazing food and wine makes that a pretty special place. Another place that immediately pops into my mind is the French Riviera. which I feel like it's just a much classier kind of Southern California. I don't know about classier, but much more European. Southern California with the same weather and wonderful food, and definitely have had some good times there. The first thing that came to mind and has guided a lot of my decision on like where I live and stuff is sunsets. I am a huge fan of sunsets. So it was always my goal. Growing up, our house had a great view of sunsets, and that was always a special time for me. So it was always a goal to be able to get to some place that after work I could come home, have a glass of wine, and just kind of relax and have a beautiful natural view. So I'm very excited to say we are able to get that right now in Carlsbad. So I always look home and always try and get home in time for the sunset.
That's such an interesting thing to be passionate about. It's so perfect. Like, that's so Dustin. It's so interesting.
It is. I've got a little shared album. We take pictures of, the different sunsets and stuff like that. But it's a great way. I mean, I love good wine too. And so combining the two is just wonderful with that. But it's just such a nice, peaceful, kind of grounding event. You get to see some, the beautiful area you're living, be thankful for where you are. And who getting to spend that with the family. Usually Matthew's sprinting around and stuff. So it's always a nice time. So
yeah.
Great question. So some of the biggest goals is trying to maximize the quality time I could spend with my family. That really, as Matthew's getting older, the things that we can do or like the options we have are really increasing. So I really look forward into getting more into sports with him, and getting to participate with him with those, and also getting him into the team sports and kind of taking on the role as, kind of team dad there. I'd love to get back and do some more kind of adventuresome vacations. Throughout the past few years with COVID and having Matthew, the easiest vacations are the kind of relaxing kind, go to a resort and just kind of relax. But Julie and I both really enjoyed going to new places and kind of trying to get off the beaten path a little bit. And so we've been talking a lot about our kind of increased ability these days. We have family to watch Matthew and stuff to kind of start doing that again, start going on some more of those exciting things. So those are some of my kind of near-term goals there. I would say my biggest inspiration kind of throughout my life has to be my dad. He has managed to find a balance between being very successful in medicine and in a secondary career in business as well, while always making time for his family. Like, I don't ever remember him coming home and him having to do work, because he would save it until we were all in bed. And that, as a dad and someone who wants to prioritize my family as well as my professional life and my goals and aspirations, that was very kind of inspiring. Throughout it all, he's also managed to just have so much fun. He, I think, is very good at managing, being able to be the caregiver and taking care of your family, but also being able to take care of himself and having a great friend group, going on fun vacations, both with and without his family, with his buddies, kind of fostering those friendships, and being able to enjoy life to its fullest. And I really think that's the combination of being able to do all those things is a goal I hope to achieve and has been very inspirational.
And I want to thank you so much for, being my guest on this Vodcast video podcast. I had an awesome time. Thank you.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for interviewing me, and hopefully get to see you guys soon.